And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Ridge Racer on PSP. And we're gonna have a very strong start here because the very next tour, the very next thing to do is to go against Pac-Man. Like, yeah, the Pac-Man, the real Pac-Man. It's the very next tour to complete. It's supposed to be one of the challenge cars, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's Pac-Man. We gotta beat Pac-Man. Though we gotta beat him with a Class 6 car, not with a special one, so that could be hard or not. I don't know. I guess just in case I'm gonna avoid picking the Assoluto ones, because things didn't go super well with those, but what could I pick? I guess I could pick this one since it's been a while since I used it. Might as well. Yeah, sure. Let's go. This is gonna be crazy. Still can't believe that. I don't even know how he's gonna look like. I'm assuming it's like he looks in Ridge Racer. Oh, never mind. It's a car I never seen before. Doesn't look like the Ridge Racer 7 variant at all. It's a completely original one. And of course you have the Pac-Man music, why not, right? Yeah. This is some stoner stuff, I gotta tell you. And I also picked the yellow color, not thinking that it's the same color as Pac-Man. Can you believe that? You can become Pac-Man, as you feel like it. In fact, judging by how they butcher the designs for the Devil and the Angel cars, I will be very tempted to just use this thing. Oh god damn it, Ridge Racer. You know what I don't remember? Is in Ridge Racer 64, Pac-Man appeared. Hold up, the announcer is the old one. I just realized. It's not the guy that is in the other things. Like, this is supposed to be the original Ridge Racer announcer, because I guess it's supposed to be like this retro challenge thing. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So there's something that I didn't check. I'm gonna check it later. For now I need to beat Pac-Man, that's what matters. What I like is that the game actually got challenging. Like, you cannot just not pay attention and still win. You need to know what you're doing. And the good thing is that that's the full phrase. That's a great corner. You must be one genius of a driver and all of that shit. The new record and the hanging there as well. Yeah, they brought all the lines back. That's crazy. Like, only for this race. Like, they went through all the effort to record new voice lines just for that. So I think the one that they didn't put is next corner, stop, watch yourself. I think that's because that place when you are about to get a checkpoint, and you don't have checkpoints in this game, so it makes sense. Damn, that's crazy. I mean, that's how you can tell that a game has love put into it. Technically, there is one thing of that sentence that is I don't think he saved Flores. But yeah, he said... well, I don't remember, but it's slightly different. Oh, and there is one more. Hold on, let me check something that I say I will check. Oh, okay, it's fine. Wait, which track is this? Crystal Coast Highway. This is Revolution, okay. Sure. Well, I wonder if... Well, actually, the announcer in Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer Revolution is the exact same one. It's just that he has more voice lines in Revolution, and most of the voice lines are about talking shit to the player, which is pretty nice, I guess. Very nice thing to do. It seems that here they don't have it. So Pac-Man so far is certainly slower than... This commentator keeps distracting me. I was about to say... I mean, what was I about to say? Stoner ass commentator, stop distracting me. Yeah, that Pac-Man is not as fast as Crinali or Angelus. So, well, at least as an opponent, I say that and he overtakes. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shitpost. Just saying what I observed. But yeah, that car looks cool. I mean, it's not amazing, but I think the one in Ridge Racer 7 is a lot more lame. And another thing I was about to say, Pac-Man is supposed to appear in Ridge Racer 5. I was able to see that after I was done with the game. If you do a specific amount of mileage, like the total amount of miles run, you actually get an event that is supposed to be a dual event, where you... I don't know if you race against Pac-Man or if you are Pac-Man and you race against Ghost. But the point is that that allows you to unlock all that stuff, which is pretty nice, but you're supposed to drive more on purpose to unlock that. I'm not a fan of that. So I would assume that if I were to struggle a little bit more with the Grand Prix, I would have reached that. Because I wasn't that far from it. Like, I was relatively close to it, so I don't think it's something that would require that much farming, but it probably require some stuff. But yeah, there's that. So I think he says the same thing. He says that in a very specific corner. Like, I'm pretty sure that I could make that corner while crashing against the wall like a moron, and he will still say that was a great corner. So maybe he's saying that the corner itself is great, not that I took the corner well. That's a great corner. Look at how nice it looks. Look at the landscape, how beautiful everything is. Probably that. So I do agree, the way the graphics in this game look is just simply very good. What isn't very good is Pac-Man speed. Come on, Pac-Man, the other two morons gave more of a fight than you. Unbelievable. I mean, on the right side, I'm gonna unlock him, I'm assuming. It's a little bit harder. What I unlock is the car with Pac-Man inside. Yeah. Right? Because it's not that I just unlock the machine. Like, I unlock... Pac-Man is there too. Can't believe I got myself a Pac-Man. Can you believe that? Stoner ass game. Well, there are still some more Pro Tours, but it's only 2. And these are something that I saw, that I read the description that is in the bottom of the screen. You gotta race against a pack of Angelus and Crinali. That could be very hard. Oh, but you're allowed to use a special car. Well, that's cool. There is another special car here. Oh, what the hell? It's like a blocky... Oh, I think it's supposed to be like the one in Ed's Rally. Maybe you unlock it by getting 50,000 in the minigame. Well, that's not important now, but... well, if it's against Angels, I could pick the Devil, right? I'm surprised they allow you to change the color, but it will feel weird to... Okay, well, I could pick it in all black, I guess. Sure. So it's pronounced Crinal, not Crinali. Crinali is...
race is taking place here at Crimson Rock Pass. Is your machine ready to go? The race is up.
I'm surprised that this commentator made a comeback. Huh. Okay, the little devil. So, oh, when you say that pack, I wasn't expecting 11 of them. So you mean like 3 or 4 at most, but it's essentially a normal race, but with all of these guys here. It's nice that at least you can use a special car. But I don't know how different these things behave from a regular one, you know? I mean, so far it seems that it just behaves like a Class 6 car. Right? It doesn't seem any faster to me. I will even say that the handling is a little bit worse. I mean, at least it looks cool. It's a very cool looking car, without a doubt. Oof. Oh, this cornering is a little bit too extreme for me. No, just kidding. It's extreme enough. So I'm debating what to use on the next tournament here, because the fitting thing will be picking Angelus, but that car looks so ugly, dude. Like, I cannot use that. Like, I'd rather use Pac-Man. This Pac-Man is Pac-Man. Everyone loves Pac-Man. But that car, I don't even know what it looks like. I don't even know how to make fun of it. That's the problem. It's a very bizarre looking car. Okay, I guess it's supposed to be maybe one of the developers saw what a Bible accurate angel looked like, and he was like, yeah, let's make it as ugly as those. And yeah, sure, I understand that's a nice thing to get based on, but it still looks ugly. Damn, this thing almost reaches 400 kilometers per hour. I didn't reach it though, but I wonder if it can reach it. Well, not in an uphill, probably. I gotta be careful, because this second place is actually... Well, it's there. I don't need to win, though. I think qualifying position is 3rd place, but I will feel bad about not winning. Though I wouldn't retry. If I qualify, I qualify, and that's good enough for me, you know? I will need to win on the last one, that's for sure. I mean, it seems that having multiple of this is essentially an excuse to make the event different. It seems that the real challenge is beating the first place. Everyone else, you should overtake them like they are nothing. Next race.
Okay, let's check the replay.
No, let's not check the replay. What about that? Do you have to say about that?
Are you nervous? I'm so excited.
This one is... Okay. Oh, also I checked the single racer menu, and there is no new track remaining. I unlock all of them, so unfortunately and for some stupid reason, Rage Racer only has the second and the third track, which is a little bit lame, if you ask me. I mean, it didn't cost you much to put the first one. In fact, it probably cost you cost you more to put the third one or the second one rather than the first one, that is a lot shorter and should also be simpler to do. But yeah, that's a little bit weird. Especially when I think Revolution does have all the tracks. And also, more importantly, Rave Racer has all the tracks. Like one of them that I thought was from Revolution was actually from Rave Racer. And in fact, the one that I thought it was original from this game, that one is also from Rave Racer. There is a total of 4 Rave Racer tracks that well, since I didn't play the game, I obviously don't know they were from there. But man, I really need to play that game. I gotta. I don't know what made them not release it on consoles, but you'll be able to emulate it regardless. I mean, with my new processor, it should be very doable. Let's get out of the way. I think this thing, what it has is very, very bad acceleration, so if you crash against something, good luck recovering. This race... That was bad. This race I will be surprised if I manage to win it. I don't need to win it though. I just need to... Well... get second, I think? I think it says second. Which still will be a problem, because I'm quite far. I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous right now. Like the commentators say at the beginning, are you nervous? Well, now I am. Wasn't at the beginning, but now this might be a fail. But we will see. Too early to tell. It's clear that the first place is not gonna be reached, but the second should be reached. I mean, I say should, I don't know. Oh, okay, and this corner here I need to brake. If I don't brake, well, even braking that corner is very hard to get. Okay, now the problem is that the second place is there, but I need to accelerate a lot. I don't know if I can get it. No, I cannot get it. I don't think I'm overtaking. Well, maybe... Okay, so the time limit happens when the first place reaches the finish line. That wasn't a win, but still a qualifier. Hey Wasabi, how is it going? Yeah, of course there is still more game. When the credits show up in Ridge Racer games, that just means that the game just started. You know? Like, when the credits show up is when you know that marks the end of the tutorial in Ridge Racer games. I'm obviously exaggerating, but it's when the real challenging stuff appears, and here it's no exception. So yeah, not to mention that We have all of the... Like, yesterday I reached the halfway point. From a more objective standpoint, the last tour that I did yesterday, which is tour number 20, is essentially the halfway point because you have 39 tours in total. So yeah, there is still quite a bunch. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna finish it today either. But that's fine. I don't mind because here I actually need to play well. Instead of just playing whatever and not care about what happens. Here I actually need to pay attention because these races are getting hard. Also, since you're here, Wasabi, I wanted to use this opportunity to ask you, how loud do you listen my stream? Because you know that I look at the Twitch VOD yesterday, and I cannot, for the life, I mean, if you pay a lot of attention, you can hear it, but the crackling that you mentioned on the VOD is almost inaudible. Like, unless you are blasting my stream extremely loud, you cannot hear that. He cursed me? No, it's fine. No, but I'm just surprised because it's there. It's there, but if you blast your ears like crazy, like with the volume that I normally listen to streams, I will never hear it. I obviously hear it when I play it, because when I play it, the volume is louder than what you see on stream, even though I try to more or less make it more similar. But on stream, the volume is not that loud. No, but here is the thing. I say I cannot hear the crackling on the VOD. I hear it here. Like what I'm saying is that unless you have the volume very loud, or you are me playing the video game right now on my house, the crackling is very hard to listen to. You have to be hearing it way too loud for that to be the case. Oh, and another thing that is important is, you know that there might be some people on YouTube or not, but assuming that there are people on YouTube watching this and you wonder what I'm talking about, YouTube actually has a lot of things that correct the audio of the video, in the sense that anything that is too loud gets neutralized on YouTube, and not just crackling like that. Like anything that, for example, might obscure my voice, as soon as I talk, gets more quiet automatically on YouTube, and the crackling, you cannot hear it. Like, it's impossible because YouTube just removes anything that gets too loud. So, or maybe it's there, but yeah, it's more like, it's like a volume normalizer what YouTube applies by default, which is interesting. Wait, what does that say? PC Plus? What is that supposed to mean? PC Plus? Like a PC that is better? That's weird. But yeah, the interesting thing is that not every video has a stable volume as an option. Well, wait, is it an option? I didn't see any option. So you can actually take it out if you don't want it? That's interesting. I wasn't aware. Yeah, PC was so good they made PC 2, I know. Devil's March. Okay, so this thing Look, as much as I don't like this car, I will feel bad if I pick Pac-Man instead of picking this one, because this one will just be fitting. Though I think that I wouldn't want it in any other color that isn't white, though you also have this other white. I guess I could use that.
Commandant and Jealous, a special machine.
Sure.
Get ready to race.
Compression and stuff.
Taking place here at Union Hill District.
I don't know if... No, it's not about improving the audio. What YouTube does, well, I guess it's improving depending on what you mean about improving. But by that I mean that it adds audio normalization to everything. That's what happens. Which again, it's something that doesn't necessarily mean that the volume is better. It just means that the volume is not gonna blast your eardrums off. It's basically there, I guess, so YouTube doesn't get a bad fame of someone that makes a video with bad audio, and the people that don't know any better will blame YouTube. So YouTube is like, yeah, no problem. Also, holy shit, what is this car doing? Like, I'm flawlessly strolling through a track that is supposed to be complex, but like I'm just casually overtaking everyone like it's nothing. Holy shit. Patcher it instead to save storage. You know, but that's the thing. It's not like they somehow increase the audio bitrate or something. No. I'm saying that they applied audio normalization features, which is not something that will increase storage. That's a filter. I mean, if anything, depending on how the compression happens, it will make it more lighter. I mean, YouTube probably does all sorts of black magic to make sure that the videos are small enough so they can stack the millions that they do. So in that regard, I wouldn't doubt their optimization, like at all. I'm just saying that they modify the audio, and that's not a bad thing. If anything, that is a good thing. It's something that I probably also should do myself instead of having YouTube do it. Like, for example, actually, you know, I did a lot of things to try to see where this audio crackle could come from, and you know that, much to my surprise, it seems that this is an audio that doesn't come from anywhere, in the sense that it's just the game that is so loud that the audio clips. So what you can do is what YouTube does and apply audio normalization to your Windows audio. That will work, but that also, I don't like it because in this case, for example, it makes the music too quiet. I don't like that. I want to hear the music a lot. But yeah, that will get rid of any clipping of any kind that comes from the playback. Well, in fact, I did, like, I installed the headphone drivers, I reconnected the USB to another port, and nothing changed. So my conclusion is that it's just good old clipping. Yeah, you can give yourself negative decibels, but I mean, I feel like that wouldn't really solve the issue. That will just make the issue be something that you don't hear, but it's still there if you put the volume loud enough. I mean, I guess that's something obvious, but yeah, I'm saying that because there really is no way to fix it. I mean, unless I connect like an analog audio thing and that makes
Are you
this
nervous?
work properly,
I'm so excited. Come on, hurry up and start the race.
it will straight up be gone. But it will make everything else lower. In the sense that it's as much of a fit as, I don't know.
3 laps to go.
What example could I give? It's like your elbow hurts and the fits is cutting your arm off. I mean, not that drastic, obviously, but I don't know if I would call that a fits. It's just audio at system level. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that it will still make everything more quiet. You know? I guess I could try though an equalization program to see how it is. It's just that I didn't really need to use it any of this time, you know? It's just this particular game that's doing it. Will that be an issue? Not necessarily. But yeah, I guess I could try it if I see that there is another game that also does this. With this game I don't really mind that much, so because as I say, you can barely even hear it on stream. Like, yeah, it's there, sure, but it's barely audible, even less with my voice. Like, my voice being on top of the game is something that makes it stand out even less. So I don't think it's serious enough now. But if there is another game that also does this and it's worse, then yeah, I should do something. And another thing to keep in mind is that this happens over a very squeaky sound that is drifting. Like, drifting is already loud in itself, so a lot of times you might even confuse the crackling for drifting, because the drifting is just that loud, and that's precisely the reason why the crackling happens, because it's so loud, you know?
Yeah, it's a new record. Final lap. You're in first place.
Wasabi heard it because it's half your age. Actually,
Nitrous at 3.
that that might seem like a joke, but that's not a bad theory. People, when they are younger, they are able to hear frequencies that they cannot hear when they are older. Well, in this case, it's not about a frequency. In this case, it's simply a sound that I can also hear. It's just that I can hear probably less. But yeah, that's true. In fact, there are some kids that, talking about kids actually, not people like Wasabi that are simply younger. Like kids like they are 5 years old that can hear whistles that other people can't. Because the frequency that they can capture with their ears is a lot lower. Lower or higher, I don't know, one of those. Once I turned the volume a bit, I clearly heard it. Yeah, that's the thing. Unless you want to destroy your ears, it's hard to hear. Dolphins had up to 80,000 hertz audio. You know what? I at first I thought you were talking about the emulator. You are talking about actual dolphins. The actual sea animal. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I think whales also have something similar. I don't know. unlike Shotaro, I'm not a marine animal specialist, so I don't know.
Unbelievable! I didn't know that was possible.
I have no clue, but that's fine. Also, you know, there is another interesting thing. I don't know, since you also are used to building computers and setting shit up, there is something pretty interesting about my computer, Kyle. Do you know that yesterday while installing, like, because I tried to update the motherboard drivers and all of that, and the motherboard came with a program that manages all the drivers in itself. So it can manage the Realtek LAN adapter, the audio driver, the chipset, like it can do all of that. But it also installs something else, that is the AMD video graphic drivers. And I still have them, I cannot get rid of them, because apparently the Ryzen, I mean, I thought that the Edge version of the Ryzens didn't have integrated graphics, but I guess I was wrong. So right now there are NVIDIA and AMD drivers installed in my PC, and I cannot do anything about that. Yeah, it also installed the Adrenaline software, which I uninstalled immediately because that is fucking trash. But yeah, that's why I figured it out. Because when I did that update, it installed the program and I saw it on my taskbar, and I'm like, what is this shit doing here? So yeah, I uninstalled that, but the drivers are still there. Even if I uninstall them, Windows install them by default. I think there is an option to prevent Windows from doing that, so I probably should do that.
Okay, let's move on to the next race.
Adults can hear over 18,000 kilohertz, but that won't stop headphone manufacturers from making the headset 80,000 kilohertz capable. He gave me a CPU with a GPU when you can only use the dedicated card. No, first of all, I was the one that told him to get me this CPU. So this CPU was my idea. And right now, what I'm using is the video card, the NVIDIA drivers. Because I mean, obviously the monitors are connected to the video card connectors and not the motherboard. And at the same time, the encoder that you're seeing right now is the NVIDIA encoder. So obviously that wouldn't be possible with AMD drivers. So it's not like the drivers that are being used are the AMD ones. But the AMD ones are still there, chilling. And that's something that is probably bad, but I cannot get rid of them. Because as soon as I get rid of them, they get installed again by Windows. So I probably should tell Windows to fuck off, I guess. In the sense that there is an option to make Windows not install that. Like you can, I don't remember the option, but if you go to Windows Update, you can be like, don't install third-party manufacturer drivers or some shit like that. What model is your CPU? It's an AMD Ryzen 7700X. To my knowledge, the Ryzens that have an X at the end are Ryzens without an integrated graphics. Like the ones that have integrated graphics are the ones that end in G, which is the thing that I don't understand. Like, I supposedly got the one that doesn't have integrated graphics, and yet it's doing some shit. Had to nuke my cookies to stop YouTube from breaking my adblock, which resulted in this message still being censored. Wait, what does that have to do with adblock? It's because he said asshole? Is asshole censoring adblock? That will be funny. An offensive word, so you cannot read it. It's too offensive to be read. It's okay. But yeah. The thing is that they are not a problem yet. It's just that I'm surprised that they are a thing at all. The AMD graphic drivers. You see, as I say, I'm still using the NVIDIA drivers, but I don't know if at some point there's gonna be a conflict between them. That they are gonna fight between each other for my attention. Will be funny. Same because adblock settings and censor words are both linked to cookies. Well, I don't know about that. All I know is that I don't think that's a thing in... Okay, that corner is fucked up. I need to block this guy. Okay, he's very close. But it's fine. I think he did crash me. So, should remain there for a while. And I also have 2 nitros here, we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Because you need to win this race. You cannot qualify in second place, so... Yeah. All the 7000 series of Ryzen have iGPU except one, which is the 7500. Right, but if I uninstall the driver and tell Windows to not install graphic driver, shouldn't that get rid of it? Or what? I don't know. I mean, I could try. Clear all tours in Pro. Yeah, that's true. You don't give a shit about that, apparently. Well, that's very rude of you, Mr. Game. I went through the trouble of doing that. Well, he gave me a ratio, but that's because of the tour, not because of finishing all of them. So what are all of these all-class cars for anyways? Like, what am I gonna use them for? Unless we're gonna start the Jets tours here, but what's gonna happen here? Are these gonna go back to... Oh yeah, this is... Wait, no, it says D Unlimited. Oh, this is class 3, for example, so you do go back to the previous ones. I could got the one I just got, the ratio. Well, there are multiple ratios, but I like the ratio, so let me use the ratio. With what color, though? Well, no, not that one. It has to be something else. It has the Shibiu's skin. I mean, I feel like I'm overusing this color, but I really like this color. I just like it. You will end up with the basic display adapter, but since you are using the GPU, probably nothing should change. Maybe your resolution will default to a lower one.
3, 2, 1, go!
I mean, that's the thing. There probably will be the... Like, I feel like regardless of how many of those I get rid of, I will eventually always have, like, you know, like there will always be a time where there will be one AMD driver installed, regardless. I think that's the main issue. I mean, as long as it's not a problem it should be fine, but man, I wanted to get rid of AMD drivers, but I guess I cannot run away from them. It's fine, at least until, you know, as long as the CPU, the NVIDIA ones are still used, it doesn't really matter. It's still a very bizarre thing. I just wanted to like update the chipset and shit like that. But yeah, the graphic drivers is still there. Yeah, whatever. It happens. Oh, also, another thing that I tried, though I tested and I don't really think I see a difference, but I changed the NVIDIA encoder settings, so now I'm using the slowest possible preset configuration, which means that it should be the highest quality one. And I also set the number of keyframes to 2, because they were probably set to automatic. But automatic in this case set them to 4, which is worse. So, do you see the game looking better? Probably not, right? I mean, those type of things are the kind of things that will make such a small difference that there's probably no way you will notice. But yeah, believe it or not, it supposedly looks better. And people recommend you to use the highest quality preset available you can pick without getting encoder overload. And right now I'm not getting encoder overload, so I guess I will keep using this one. You know? The Kaguya song. Yeah, more fitting having the Shibuya's skin here. But yeah, it's fine. Even if you cannot tell the difference, it's alright. Yeah. I don't see any artifacts, so I'll say it looks good. But thanks, that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I was seeing the similarities to Lunatic Princess 2. Yeah, it's because it's supposedly intentional. That soon made Kaguya's theme resemble his favorite shoot 'em up because, you know, aliens and shit. I mean, Kaguya is technically an alien. It's just that in Touhou everyone looks like a cute girl. Like you have yokais that are supposed to be monstrous abominations that are just a cute little girl in Touhou. I mean, Satori is a good example. The Satori is supposed to be like a very ugly ogre that I mean looks like an ogre. Well, I don't know how to describe it. He looks extremely ugly. And Satori is just a young lady with, that is just like every other character, pretty, of course. Though, at least for Kaguya is meant to be beautiful. Even in the lore, she's the Lunar Princess Kaguya. So she is actually meant to be gorgeous, canonically. Will be better to test in a game that destroys the bitrate a bit more. I mean, we will get to them. But keep in mind that racing games are probably some of the games that destroy the bitrate the most. Because you're going fast and everything that goes past you essentially makes appears fast on screen and leaves fast. And also the fact that you are driving on asphalt. And asphalt is something that has a lot of little details that, especially when you make them go by very fast, they kind of look like a static TV screen. Yeah, clueless monkey. That's what a Satori is supposed to be. But uglier, because monkeys are not that ugly. So yeah. Bats can see up until 160 kilohertz audio. Yeah, they got echolocation. I mean, bats, interestingly enough, there is a fact about bats that gets thrown around a lot, and I probably mention it as well, and it's completely wrong, that bats are not blind. Like, I thought all the time that bats were blind and they could only guide themselves with the echo of their voice, but no, they can actually see very well. Just that they also use the echo to be able to see better, because at that point they can react to things that are not in their field of vision as well. Who thought bats were blind? Well, I thought. But a lot of people also say that. Hear people say moles are blind, not bats. Well, I don't know about moles. I don't think here we have too many moles anyway, so I don't think anyone really talks about moles here. Bats are more common. In fact, where I live, sometimes you see bats flying around. Though lately, I don't think I've seen them too much. I don't know if they are still alive or not. Moles are the kind of animal that you probably only see on the south of the country, which is most likely why you also hear about it where you live, because you're probably close to that point too. It is to be expected. Well, I know that in the south, an animal that there is a lot is capybaras. Those things, there are a lot in the south, apparently. I'm not sure, so I haven't been there. But yeah. Wow, the drift didn't activate for some reason. So I gotta block this guy now. Or no. This ratio is more like Trashio, because the drifting of this thing is very bad. Not just because it didn't activate there, but because in the other ones it's like it overly swings. But it's alright. Doesn't matter, I still win. I hope there aren't many low class tours here, because that will just make it slower to play, and I don't like that. But yeah, considering that I'm still unlocking like these lower class cars, maybe there will be more slower ones. I really hope not. Can't do much about it. Alright. EH Tour Daytime. It's also class 3. But at least we're gonna pick another one. Let's pick this one. The EO. Oh, and I like that color. EO, made in Germany.
Are you nervous?
No.
Come on.
What was I about to say? You know that I completed all of the patterns from the boss in my fan game?
Not bad, but don't let your guard down.
And the boss is fucking bullshit.
All right.
Like, the boss is so bullshit that I will have to nerf it. I really didn't expect it will be that bad, but it is. What can you do? You gotta test these things. And in my case, I tested them and it ain't look so bright. That's what I can tell you. I can make adjustments. I mean, that's the thing. When you mold at your own creation, is when you know that you gotta tone it down. Because if you mold at it, I want to imagine what other people that have nothing to do with it are gonna do. So I gotta say that these tours are making me like, the title that I put on the stream is gonna be clickbait at this rate. Because what was challenging were the other tours on the previous group of tours, but at least the beginning of this ones is absolutely free. So that's messed up. Come on, bro. Well, yeah, unless creating something annoying was the goal, but it wasn't the goal. I mean, I especially don't want it to make it too disruptive for people that play Needle, and then all of a sudden they see a boss at the end that requires like Danmaku practice. Though I think that that's the least of my worries. Like, there is just a lot of timing things that kinda make it bullshit. Like the sort of stuff that unless you're expecting it, you are not gonna dodge it. And that's very bad, of course. But yeah, I gotta do something about that. We will see what. Something, either nerfing some patterns or making the boss wait more in between patterns. Because that's another thing that happens. The boss finishes one pattern and goes to the next one very fast, which ends up kinda fucking you up. And also, something very important that a lot of people miss when it comes to balancing games, and in this particular case I wanna be the guy fan games, is that the longer a checkpoint goes on, the more exponentially difficult the later things become. In this case we're talking about attacks, but if we were talking about Needle, it will be like the later champs. So anything that is closer to the end, even if you test it individually and it's easy, when you test the whole thing, those last things become super hard to deal with. Because you have to deal with multiple things before that, and then you can deal with it. Because of nerfs, not necessarily. That can be a factor, but it's not the main thing. The biggest problem with that is that you don't have the same amount of attempts that you have with earlier patterns. So in my case, my boss has 20 patterns, right? So the first and the second one, even if they are hard, you're gonna play them so often that you're gonna master them without trouble. But when you get to the attack number 11, getting there will already take you some time, so by the time you get there, you spent a lot of time doing the previous ones, and you're most likely not gonna be able to dodge it on the first try, because it's most likely gonna be hard, in the sense that not hard because it is hard in itself, but because it's the first time you see it. So you see it, and you die, So you want to have another go, but to have another go you have to beat all the patterns before it. So until you get another go, you probably already forgot how it is. And even if you didn't forget, you don't really have built any muscle memory. So the chance that you will be able to practice that pattern are gonna be a lot lower. So that pattern, by default, is gonna be harder, no matter what. And that's precisely the issue. You don't want to make the later patterns too hard, because the only thing you do by doing that is making them way harder than you think. And you end up making them extremely hard. And as I say, the same applies to needle jumps. If you make the final jumps too hard, those jumps are gonna be harder than they are individually. Because the player barely will get time to practice them. So these are all things that you gotta keep in mind. You know? You gotta keep in mind when you balance something, because the difficulty gets exponential the longer the checkpoint goes on. That's important to, you know, either make short checkpoints or make sure that if a checkpoint is long, that most of the hard stuff is at the beginning. And at the end you should make choke checks. Stuff that is easy, but it's not free. So that way, if the player is not fully focusing, or if it just doesn't execute well that time, it dies. But it's not something that actually requires a lot of practice. It just requires you to, you know, do it well, and you know what to do. You know how to beat it. So the challenge is executing it, and the execution cannot be hard. Yeah, no one can touch me except the wall, it seems. Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, you can balance the stuff better when you take into account that anything that is at the end of a checkpoint should be easier. But obviously in fun games like this, where our objective is obviously not profit, you can obviously do whatever you wanna do, you know? Whatever it is that you wanna do, you can do it. Yeah, not a problem. In my case, I don't want the boss to feel extremely hard. Or even if it's hard, I don't want it to feel bullshit. And I feel like some attacks are on the bullshit side. So yeah. I'll have to think of something to not make them that hard. Or maybe after playing a couple times I get good enough and it's not that big of a deal, you know? I don't know. But yeah. It's essentially the last gameplay related thing left. Because there is a stage selection, but that's mostly about doing it than just having any design plan. Like, I already know how to do it, so it's just a matter of putting the warps for every room, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass because you gotta do it individually. Technically you could do it through code, but that's an ugly solution. Like, you could basically put in the code of a room a loop that spawns portals, and the target of the portal is essentially the number of the loop. So you go to like room 1, room 2, and whatever, right? You could do it like that, but that's a very ugly solution. So I'd rather make it in an actual room editor where you play the portals individually. But yeah, that is a pain in the ass because you gotta go, like, for each room you have to manually put a portal and manually tell the portal where it has to point to. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, that's something that shouldn't take more than an hour, and an hour is already an exaggeration. Realistically, shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. But I guess there's also the design of the portals, because I don't like the default warp sprite. It just looks too ugly and too lazy as well. So have to do something more special. Okay. A lot of things that aren't very big, won't consume a lot of time, but I simply gotta remember to do them. And then once all of that is done, I have to play the game from the beginning and test it to see how fucked up it is or not. The default warp sprite reminds me of a weird version of Kirby for some reason. Huh. It looks like a Kirby pose. Yeah, that's an interesting way of seeing it. I mean, I feel like the laziest thing about the portal is that it's supposed to be something that is not well defined in shape, but the fact that it's static does make it well defined. So the shape just looks dumb instead. And the fact that it has no animation is even uglier. I mean, you can make it have animation, of course, but at that point I'd rather just do my own sprite, which is what I did. Like, I have I mean, something that is not supposed to be a warp, but something that, I mean, works functionally like a warp, but it's not a warp visually. So I made my own sprite for that. If I use the warp, it will just look ugly. Nice corner. It means like I wanna try a collab to have animated warp sprites based. Yeah, I know. But I still feel like at that point, instead of putting effort into animating the default one, I'd rather just do a new one. So animating that one wouldn't be bad, because I mean, after all, most of my all of my spikes are based on the default spike. It's just that some of them have more decorations than others, but there is one of them that is essentially the default spike, but slightly lighter. So at that point, it's like, yeah, we'll also use the default warp, but yeah, I don't feel like it. I just never like the way it looks. Oh, I don't have nitro, but it doesn't matter. But can I ask you, game, of stopping with class 3? I would prefer not playing class 3. I mean, if you could give me Class C exclusively, that would be great. But right now you will be betraying me slightly. It's fine.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep it up.
It is the last stretch.
Finish. You won. Awesome, baby. Time
It's
for
not that awesome, come on. These are not even fast cars. So you're just gonna give me one of these things. Well, you're not gonna unlock more tours because we already have every tour unlocked, so. And I don't even know if the tours get unlocked by beating other tours or if they get unlocked by mileage. We're doing some speed gaming. How is it going? High paying. You know, they get much faster. Oh, and this one is class 4 on all the Ray Racer tracks. Hold up, but Seaside Route is not a Ray Racer track, and neither is Ridge City Highway. Well, maybe they were in the game, but they are not from the game. They weren't created there. It is unbelievable. What color could we use here? Actually, that purple one didn't look bad on this. Means I will have to... it would be nicer if the color picking allow you to go back, but... yeah. It's okay. Actually, this reminds me of something and I don't know what. This color combination... not sure what it reminds me of. It certainly reminds me of something. But it's fine. Probably not important. Surely.
2, 1, go! Not bad, but don't let your guard down. 3 laps to go. Okay, let's go. This one's yours.
We like going fast here, obviously. It reminds me that at some point I gotta play Gran Turismo 3. The Gran Turismo 3 is a game that will take a long time. Just like any Gran Turismo that is not one, it has a shit ton of content in the simulation mode, so it will take a long time. So I probably should not do it anytime soon, especially if I plan on playing Demon Souls. There is a guy called Gab on Steam that keeps inviting me to play Killing Floor 2 and I have refused like 50 times. I mean, it's possible that they invite every friend that they have on the friend list just to see if someone accepts. I seen some people that do that in Osu. Like they open an Osu room to play with other people, so they grab their friend list and they invite everyone. And some accept and some don't. So that's most likely what's happening here. Ridge Racer is an arcade racer, yeah. In fact, Ridge Racer is kinda like the face of arcade racing. Though nowadays it's not as popular and you will probably think of Need for Speed before Ridge Racer. But Ridge Racer was essentially not the first one. There were a lot of other arcade racing games before this one. But the original Ridge Racer was kind of like the first 3D game to actually look very good. And it still looks good to this day. Because you had games like Virtua Racing that were made by Sega, but the 3D didn't look very good at all. Or rather, it looked good for just being 3D, but it looked way too blocky. So Ridge Racer made it look a lot more alive. Like, essentially the original Ridge Racer was probably the best looking game when it came out in 1993. So it's at that point it was kind of like the face of arcade racers, and in fact a lot of people compare other arcade racers to that one, like games like Daytona USA or, you know, any other game released in the 90s usually got compared to this. In 1993, not this one. Hold up, because you might be thinking I'm talking about this game. This game is a PlayStation portable game released in 2005 or 4, something like that. The one I'm talking about is the original Ridge Racer, which still looks good. Obviously doesn't good as this one, clearly. In 1993, the original 3D Ridge Racer hit the arcades. And yeah, it is impressive at the time, because keep in mind that 1993 is the same time that consoles like the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis were at the height of their popularity. And as outside of exceptions like Star Fox, 3D essentially didn't exist back there that much. So Ridge Racer was a very good looking game. Though at that point it was also true that the arcade racing games look well, arcade games, I mean in general, were just better than the console counterparts. Yeah, it's okay, don't worry about it. Though then again, this game for a PlayStation Portable game looks way better, but that's because of the emulator. The emulator is upscaling the graphics here. The 3D ones at least, not the UI, but yeah. Yeah, it's impressive, but keep in mind that the original game doesn't look that good. Half of what you are looking here is the emulator's doing. So yeah, if you pick up a PSP and you run this game, it won't look like this. I mean, the models are still the same in the sense that it's not like these are like, you know, fan-made models that I install in a patch. No, these are the original models but upscaled. You know, just disable the iGPU in BIOS and you shouldn't have any problems. Oh, that's you know, I never access the BIOS here. I don't even know how to access it. I mean, I can try spamming F11 or something like that, but there is nothing that says press this key to enter BIOS like it did on the previous one. So I guess I could just Google the model of the motherboard and that's it. Hey, how is it going, Yami? Thanks for the suggestion. The integrated... Turn that shit off as soon as possible, it will cause problems. Right, but what should I do first? Should I uninstall the drivers, like the AMD drivers first? Or should I disable that and then uninstall the drivers? How should it work? Because I mean, I don't know. Because if I uninstall them right now, they will just get installed again. That doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. It shouldn't matter? Okay. So you say that the drivers can just chill there, you know? But what's important is just disabling that. But let me ask you something. Since nothing is connected to the motherboard boards, like everything is connected to the video card boards, obviously, will it still cause problems like that? Because technically, the motherboard is not feeding any display. Like the GPU is exclusively the one that the monitors are connected into. So what problems could it cause? I mean, I'm still gonna disable it because I also assume that at some point there could be problems, but I'm just curious what kind of problems there could be. Because how will it even be activated? I mean, how will it even get used when nothing is connected to that? Is my question. If it's shown in Device Manager, yes. It is shown in Device Manager, yeah. So you say that I should get rid of it there. I already tried doing so, I need to go reinstall again, so that's something that I should do only after I disable it in the BIOS, I will assume, right? won't be there after you disable it. Oh, okay, I see. So if I disable it in the BIOS, it should disappear. Gotcha. Thanks. Now, it's pretty interesting because Ryzen in the previous series, before the 7000 ones, all of the previous ones were differentiated with SHI and EDS. The SHI ones, the SHI is for graphics, so it had an integrated graphics. And the EDS were simply processors with no integrated graphics. But this one doesn't give a shit. Apparently, according to Kyle, whether it's EDS or SHI, it has integrated graphics. Because it feels like it, you know? I mean, I guess that's nice if at some point, I hope not, but if at some point my video card dies, there will be something I could use as a quick replacement. But yeah, that will be, you know, very bad if it happened. Obviously. That will be catastrophical. But yeah, thanks for the advice, regardless. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to remember to do it. So far I haven't had any problems with that so far. Well, yeah, it will happen at any time. It just means it's been better, minor factory overflow. Oh, that's what it means.
Okay, let's check the replay.
So what does SHI mean? I would assume that the SHI does stand for graphic, right? But wouldn't that be a little bit obsolete even if the other ones still have it? I don't know. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go! Not bad, but don't let your guard down.
Don't let your guard down. I won't. I still want to know all this sound thing, if it will be exclusive of this or not. Because I do remember playing a video, and that video kinda gave me crackling audio until I then stopped hearing it. Yeah, I guess I should pay attention to what Kyle says, like install a program to decrease the overall decibels, so that way it's impossible to clip, or at least it shouldn't clip. I have no idea, that's what I thought too. Yeah. Well, it's fine. I mean, what's important here is what's important is that I figure it out. And that's thanks to all this sound shit, because if it wasn't for the fact that I tried upgrading, or rather, then I keep saying upgrading. No, not upgrading, updating. If I didn't try to update the motherboard drivers, I wouldn't have realized that the AMD thing was there. Because, you know, in OBS, the AMD option, or the AMD encoder option was there, but I was like, maybe this is something that appears regardless, and I mean, it shouldn't, but maybe it just appears as a fallback, I don't know. Maybe it's something that is supported by anything. But no, it put that precisely because there was a video driver there. But yeah, pretty interesting. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a matter of doing what you say. I guess the annoying part is, you know, every time I enter the BIOS, though I never enter the BIOS on this particular motherboard, but in general, when I enter a BIOS, I'm always so scared of pressing something I shouldn't. I mean, it's not like it's too hard, especially nowadays that BIOS are essentially UI programs. But still, it's a little bit scary to touch something and break your PC, though there should be warnings for that, so you shouldn't do it on accident, you know? You will have to be a little bit of a moron to do it on accident. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit of a moron sometimes, so you never know. So we're getting all the Damber shits here. Well, it doesn't seem like you're going back to class 1, so why do you even give me class 1 stuff? What's the point? Because I'm assuming that the class here is just gonna keep rising, right? This is the one I just got, by the way. It looks pretty cool with that stripe in the middle. In fact, I like the way that default color already looks. Wanna see what else I can... I guess this one also is not bad, but no. Want something else. I feel like there are some colors that just repeat themselves. I'm just picking white, I guess. all that fuss for just picking the first color, very nice. But yeah, you never know if you're gonna like one of the other colors until you see it. Just the way it is.
1, go! A smooth start, not bad. 3 laps to go. All right. Okay, let's go.
So this thing pretty much drifts by itself. You don't need to leave the accelerator. Well, it depends on the corner. On a corner like this, you probably will want to. But yeah. For longer corners, it seems like just steering triggers the drift. Very interesting. So you know that I was investigating. Unfortunately, Draenor is not here, so I guess I cannot tell him, but apparently Uncharted 3 is still a game that is not something you can emulate on the PS3 emulator. But I'm getting mixed signals because the compatibility list says that Uncharted 3 is like an in-game title, which means that the emulator can enter the game, but then it cannot be played. So then you enter the wiki page, and then it has a bunch of options that allow you to play the game better. So there's something that doesn't add up there. It would be so nice if you could play that online. You could play too, Yami, you know? Okay. Yami, ever since we played Killing Floor 2, he doesn't play anything else. He's a very busy man. Doesn't have time for this shit. It would be nice to play Draenor and you, well, and me, obviously. Just like the Killing Floor 2 days. Feel pretty interesting to think that happened. That actually happened. That was so long ago. Like, that was at least 4 years ago. At the very least, it's probably longer than that. Okay, second place is still fine. Yeah. Unfortunately, Killing Floor is a game that is super salt-inducing, at least to me. It's a game that it just feels like it's made to make you salty. And I don't feel the same thing from Left 4 Dead. Even when you play it on the hardest difficulty, where every zombie gives you a kiss and you're dead, it doesn't feel as frustrating to play as Killing Floor. Like, Killing Floor, I don't know if it's the physics or what it is about it, but it's like a game that makes you want to enter the game to slap the zombies yourself. And then, well, immediately die because of it. But yeah. It's a game that is extremely salt-inducing. But it's fine. Left 4 Dead is also a game that we could play at some point, probably. Those are games that don't really have any continuity like something like Borderlands, where you want to play a co-op campaign, everyone has to be there in order to advance. Left 4 Dead, they are just individual chapters you can play whenever you feel like. That's pretty nice. But at the same time, you kinda want to have 4 people in total. Because if you have anything less than 4 people, whoever is missing is gonna get replaced by an AI that is not precisely very smart. But yeah, that is a problem. That is indeed a problem. Yeah, it's fine. It happens. Some pretty clean drift at the end. Oh, that wasn't the last lap, team. I'm glad I didn't know where the finish line was, because I was about to start doing donuts like a fucking moron. I'm glad I just didn't know where the race ended. That would have been embarrassing. Oh, here I'm pretty sure you qualify with second place anyways. Not that big of a deal. That drift is so long. Extremely long even. a shame that the other tours in this mode cannot be like the last tours in this mode, in this group, I guess. Cannot be like the other ones
Are you nervous?
in the previous
I'm
group.
so excited. Come on.
Very sad about it. But yeah, it is what it is. Only you had a whole section dedicated to special cars. But since there's only 4 special cars, I guess it kinda makes sense. Still gotta try doing the mini game with 50,000 points. That apparently unlocks that other special car. I mean, it has to be that one. The silhouette makes it too obvious.
Awesome trip. Hey, is everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm alright, don't worry about it.
Got it. You can pass them. Just a little bit more. This shouldn't be a problem.
Song that is playing right now. I already thought of it before, but it reminds me a lot of Grip, the song from Revolution, but apparently this track is from Rave Racer, so I don't know about that. Little bit confused. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, get fucked. All that does is making me waste time.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there. You're in second place.
So isn't this the same car I'm using? Yeah, it is. What a copycat. I need to win here, so I need to overtake his ass as soon as possible. Well, it's not gonna happen if I do stuff like that, though. Damn it. Hey, I might lose this one, in fact. Come on, dude, don't lose something like this. You gotta do better than that. I mean, I wish the minimap told you exactly where the... Yeah, okay, the lap ends there.
Sorry, but you're disqualified.
I didn't qualify, I know. That's the second race I lose. The first one being against Angelus with them. Losing against these morons, really? That's pretty sad. I guess it happens. I mean, this track is hard no matter what. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, didn't I lose against Angelus in this exact same track? I was probably playing it on the reverse order. Like in reverse. Or well, I don't know if this is the reverse, but the point is that it was the other way. And I lost because it's simply a fucked up track. I mean, it already looks fucked up in the minimap, but it's even more fucked up when you play it. But maybe it's also about unfamiliarity, because it's from the only Ridge Racer game I haven't played. So it's most likely because of that. Because technically the race racer track should also be very hard, but since I know them by memory, it's not a problem. But these ones I don't. I mean, I'm surprised that by now I haven't learned them, but since this game has so many tracks, I guess that this one in particular doesn't show up very often. I guess that if I play Rave Racer, it will be a different story. Probably. I'm simply not doing very well. And the fact that I'm 5th place in the middle of the second lap is a very bad signal. There's not much you can do, it feels. Regardless of what you do, you can have someone in front of you blocking you. Or you just have very messed up corners one after the other, so it's just a little bit hard to do anything. I don't know if the car is also not helping. Not like this car handles super well. It would be pretty sad if I couldn't do it. So these laps are obviously precisely slow. If my PB is 1 minute 2 seconds, these laps are clearly not good. Man, what would I need to get back to that time? I mean, building nitros will probably help, but this guy's getting in the way certainly don't help. Hey man, that shit again. Okay, but the first place is right there. Only I could reach him. But this thing also takes a while to accelerate. Oh, get out of my way, damn it. My fight is not even with you, you sack of shit. It is with that guy. It is a heated battle. Oof, I barely got that. And none of those laps were close to the PB. This track is gonna keep fucking me up at this rate. There ain't much I can do. At least I got an H car. The H cars are always the good ones to drive. This one looks nice. I think it's, yeah, class 1. We're probably not gonna use it. Hopefully we get a higher class 1. Yeah, that's technically higher, but not exactly what I was expecting. That's class 4. So if there is another class 4, at least there's that. And then this one, I hope it's class 5, because that's probably the Nets. Yeah, okay, it is. The Nets Tour is most likely class 5. It is. Drift Queen. Interesting title. Alright, so that H is this one. Warm and Availe. And the other ones are this. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one though. That color, not a very big fan of. Though what could go well with this? The green one, I'm not sure. I mean, light blue and blue will be a little bit lame. But it's a very specific design. I don't think there are many things that will go well with it. Yeah, I'm not sure, dude. They all just look weird. I guess I will use light blue. Not the most original pick, but I don't like the other options that much. I mean, the red one didn't look that bad either, but not a fan of any of them.
2, 1, go! Not bad, but don't let your guard down. 3
wonder how it will feel to drift properly after using so many cars with bad drift.
This one's yours.
This one in theory should drift well. It will be noticeable in a track like this for sure. That has this many corners.
Ready for nitrous.
Shame this guy's always getting the way.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Shit. It's still funny how crashing a car from behind makes it go faster and makes it reach cars that it's not supposed to reach normally.
Everyone all right?
It's fine. At least, even if class 5 is not the fastest one, at least it's faster than the previous slowpokes. Gotta be thankful for that.
All right.
With this car I shouldn't have any trouble winning. These guys are just not gonna get in my way. Well, they can get in my way like that, but I mean that they are not gonna get in the way of my victory. That's precisely what I mean. So yeah, don't worry.
Somebody fired off some nitrous. We got you in their sights. How did you do that?
How did I do what? Crashing? Well, it's easy. You just accelerate while pointing at the wall. While aiming at the wall, I guess. Pointing wouldn't be the proper word here.
Nitrous ready.
Yeah, you get the point.
I've never seen a drift like that. Yahoo! Whoa! Yeah! It's a new record! Final lap! You're in first place! Two nitrous ready!
What's your favorite search engine, Yahoo? Yeah. Very nice show. That's like asking what's your favorite peripheral brand, Genius. Yeah, very nice. And to think that Yahoo still exists, you know? You might not believe it, but Yahoo, even after all this time, is still in business. Can you believe it? You misspell your? Yeah, that's fine. That's a very EFL thing to do. English as first language. Usually people that have English as native language make that mistake the most often. And that's because I personally, when I say you are, I never say your. Even though you can abbreviate it like that in text, I always say you are. So I never get them confused because of that. The your abbreviation, I never use it. And I never use it when I talk, I mean. When I type, I do use it. Bro. Oh, okay, never mind. It's the other track. That's how to say. But yeah, usually for ESLs that mistake doesn't tend to happen. It can still happen, but not that often.
Okay, let's go.
Well, another very common English as first language mistake is with will. Will as the auxiliary verb form from future, I mean. A lot of people also confuse it with we will, which is abbreviated as will. So yeah, that's another very common mistake. I guess not as common as the your mistake, but yeah. The we will and will also tend to happen to English as first language. But it doesn't happen to me because I always say we will and never will when I'm talking with my voice. So yeah, pretty hard for me to confuse them. I mean, that's because I don't use English in a day. Well, technically I use it in a daily basis because I stream every day, but I mean that I don't use it. I don't use it in my daily, like in my common life. I don't know how else to say. But if I say daily life, it's still the same. Yeah. Since I only speak to myself and not to other people in English, I don't have that problem. In real war, in real life, yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't speak English in real life, though technically this is still real life. It's just that yeah, I don't talk to anyone that is present with me, so I guess technically that's what's not happening in real life. If you think about it, technically the conversation I'm having is from an speech standpoint. I'm just talking to myself. Just that I'm also reading messages with it. I wonder if Yahoo is bankrupt or not. So I know a lot of Japanese Yahoo services shut down. I mean, the email service is still working, so I wouldn't say they have gone bankrupt because otherwise the email service shouldn't be working. But I wouldn't be able to tell. Because it might be possible that they simply give the domain to another company that maintains it or not. I mean, the truth is that when it comes to such a big email service, you cannot simply just cut it out. Like, you're probably gonna offer the people a replacement in the sense that all those addresses will still work, but they will be handled by another company, which is what Hotmail did. Like now it's handled by Microsoft, you know. But something interesting here. This part after the tunnel is different than in Rage Racer. Like here they made it part of the ridge. But in the original Rage Racer that part is a crossroad. It's not supposed to be in a cliff like that. That seems like a weird change to do. I guess that's maybe because they completely remove, because that crossbar I think was going on in a place that normally would take to the first variation, and since the first variation of Rage Racer is not a thing in this game, maybe that's why. I still don't know why it's not a thing.
3, 2,
Some weird shit.
go!
But it's alright, who
Great
cares?
start. Now go for the lead.
I mean, I care,
3 laps to go.
but it's no big deal. At least we have 2 tracks. Though another weird thing is that there is not a single oval track. Or at least even if it's not literally an oval, there is not a single high-speed track. Like the one that Ridge Racer 4 has. So no oval like Ridge Racer and 5. No high-speed track like 4. Well, the 64 one also had like a high-speed track. So I guess it was less high-speed and it had some corners, but yeah. A little bit disappointing that this one hasn't. Because you will think that at this point, ever since Ridge Racer, those high-speed tracks will be a standard. Oh, now that I think about it, I don't even remember if there was a high-speed track in Ridge Racer 7. Maybe there wasn't. I mean, maybe they thought they were gonna be too bland, or maybe they just didn't want to think of additional AI logic for the oval, because they will have to behave differently. Otherwise, it will be extremely free, without a doubt. Oh, you keep your eyes on my eyes. Let's make eye contact. I'm just kidding, don't do that. I was gonna say this guy actually can win, but this is not the final lap. Not to mention that winning is not even necessary, so even if it came down to that, there will be no problem. Also, Kyle, you probably already told me, but I probably already forgot. How long is Gran Turismo 3? Because I know it has endurance races, but ignoring endurance races and single make events, is it as long as Gran Turismo 2 or is it even longer than that? Because I know it's not as long as Gran Turismo 4. Yeah. Would like to know. At some point I will want to play that one as well. I probably wouldn't play it anytime soon anyways, but just to know what to expect. Alright, only one more round in this tour.
Oh yeah, the course is in excellent condition.
Well, yeah, of course the course is in excellent condition. You think we will be driving if it wasn't? Are you stupid?
Good. Let's keep this up. 3 laps to go. go. This one's yours. Ready for nitrous.
Yeah, I gotta say it's a bit of a letdown that the difficulty still in this particular tours remains that low. Come on, dude. So that you will know better. I guess you don't. I think the problem with tours like this is that it also makes it hard to focus. When you don't really have any difficulty ahead of you, it makes it hard to pay attention to what's happening. Yeah, but it's fine. Will be worse. Will be better as well.
Easy win. Just a little bit more. Okay, the final lap. Hang in there. You're in second place. You got it. You can pass them.
These two cars look exactly the same but with different colors. There's also another thing that is interesting about this game, that technically every class has 9 cars, but 9 cars were... it's basically 3 cars with different skins. And well, even if that wasn't the case, it's not like the cars play very differently from each other anyway, so... yeah. Just a little bit weird.
You're in a heated battle. Ready for nitrous.
I could lose this if I keep crashing against this guy. Yeah, I guess no. I don't know if they have the nitros. I honestly don't know with what frequency they even use the nitros. They definitely use it, but sometimes it's like they use 1 or 2 per race. And sometimes I just use like, I don't know, 6 minimum.
Replay.
Yeah, a little bit weird. Alright, so we got another age. So we're gonna get all the ages here. Pretty nice. It is still class 1. Bro, but why would an endgame tour give you class 1? I mean, I guess this is just for people to scratch their collectionist, you know, their collectionist itch. Because otherwise it makes no sense. You are not gonna use them. It's not like you stop playing other cheap is to do this one and you need these cars. You don't. You just don't need them. Alright, mountain challenge. Yeah, we can use the Galaga Esperanza, yeah. It's a good idea. I mean, if it's Galaga, we could make it blue, right? Well, Galaga was blue, yellow, and red, but we cannot have blue and yellow. It either has to be blue or yellow. I feel like the blues in this game don't look very good. Like, I don't think there is a single blue that I could say like, yeah, this is normal blue. Like, you either have aquamarine or like low saturation blue or dark blue, but you don't really have the blue, you know? Cause yeah, I guess this one is the closest, but this one I feel like it's more dark blue. And even then it's more like purple, I guess. Like a very shy shade of purple. Yeah, I don't know why they don't like the blue color. And maybe the PSP couldn't display it. That's obviously not the case, but it's just weird. You want a normal blue. None of these are normal. And it's especially insulting when you have normal red and normal yellow, which are the other two primary colors, you know? Okay, why cannot we have blue? No, I'm not talking about blue the chatter. I wonder if blue is lurking at this very moment. Something that it's hard to tell. You never know who is there in the shadows, watching. I mean, for all I know, there could be people that watch me that never showed up in chat. That's a possibility. It's very unlikely, but it could happen. Like a professional lurker. I think that's something more common in bigger channels. Yeah, Commander Rule. Yeah, a very loyal lurker. Correct. I guess bots count as lurkers too. Well, we have the drain of bot as well. I guess I could check. See, the list of chat users is something that I never check outside. Like, I only check it sometimes before starting the stream. Because sometimes you know that Colo is a stoner and leaves the browser tabs open. So even if he's not watching, this is still there because he never closed the tab. I mean, it might be that not even the video is playing, not even the audio or anything, but since Twitch uses IRC, it's very possible that he never log out of the log out. It's more like exiting the channel rather than logging out. I never done it on stream. I could check. No, but that will be, look, that will be rude. That will be a rude thing to do. I mean, it's a tool that Twitch provides you. It's not like I'm using a malicious software, just doing what Twitch allows me to do. I think it's better to respect the privacy of the lurkers. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid looking. Obviously anyone else can look, because the user list is there for everyone. I will avoid. Will avoid it. I mean, it's not like it means anything.
Great start. Now go
if
for the
there
lead.
is the legendary lurker that never ever appeared before in chat, how will I even recognize it?
Yes.
Because I mean, it could be like Commander Root, that it's a bot, you know? But yeah, it's fine.
Ready for nitrous.
I mean, I used to, of the streamers that I watch, sometimes I do write messages in chat.
This shouldn't be a problem.
So there is one of them that is Korean, so even if I did, I don't think he will be very happy of reading an English message. And even if he was, it's not like I will understand what he will say, so yeah. Yeah, I feel like learning Korean is not a good idea.
2 laps to go.
Learning Korean, nah. I mean, I have no reason to.
You're a genius.
See, learning Korean to talk to a streamer that is not like I'm obsessed with anyway. Well, and even if I was, it would still be a bad idea. I don't even consume Korean content either. See, like learning Japanese will make more sense because I sometimes play games that are in Japanese. And even if it's not very often, sometimes, well, like in this season I'm watching MF Ghost, so it will be useful for that. But considering that most of the stuff I care about is translated anyways, feels like a little bit useless. I mean, I'm not gonna go to Japan anyway, so it seems overall a little bit worthless. But hey, it wasn't for lack of trying, that's for sure. But simply skill issue. Japanese is a language that requires a lot from you. But yeah, no thanks. I instead rather use the time for streaming. So hey, if I never decided to stream, maybe I would have dedicated the time to learn Japanese, but nah. I mean, because at that point it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me if I decided to not stream. I cannot anymore imagine myself without streaming. It's like such an integral part of me. I mean, it's not like I will stop being myself if I stop streaming, but it will just feel weird. It's hard to tell what I will even do without streaming. I mean, I probably will be joining other Discords. But I don't know, like a lot of things, like thinking about this type of like alternate universes, it's a little bit worthless because it's like you will stop being you. Because for me to join other Discords and actually stay, it means that I will have to not hate internet moderators. That's something that is an integral part of me. hating on internet moderators. I wouldn't just be able to easily not do that. But yeah. These what ifs will require a different person whatsoever. But yeah. Oh, it's not just that. What I hate about the specific, like, what's the word? Well, servers that are about something in particular, like a streamer in particular. What I don't like about those servers is that it very easily turns into a circle jerk. And the moment you disagree with something, everyone hates you. But yeah, I don't like that. I also don't like that corner, but that's fine. It is what it is. The reason why I no longer am in other Discords. Yeah, very tasty wall, indeed. Also, I was asking you, Kyle, because I don't remember if I already asked you this. How long is Gran Turismo 3 compared to Gran Turismo 2? And ignoring endurance events and monomake events as well. If you ignore those two type of events, is it long? Is it as long as 2? Is it longer than 2? Is it way longer than 2? I didn't finish it, then. And how much time did you take before you decided to not finish it? No, I know that Gran Turismo 4 is longest. That's one of the ones that I played as a kid. Yeah, but even if you don't count endurances, Gran Turismo 4 is extremely long. You have events everywhere. So yeah, even if you ignore things like the single make and endurances, it's still long. But Gran Turismo 3 is the only main Gran Turismo game that I never play, well, aside from Sport and 7. But yeah. That's my question.
How did you do that? All right.
But if you didn't finish, I guess it's not something that you will be able to accurately measure, I will assume.
Not even a challenge. Nitrous record. This is the record breaker.
I find it pretty funny when this moron screams every time there is a crash like that. Come on, dude. I only remember the Gran Turismo 4 experience. And not to mention that you didn't play it that long ago, so it's still fresh in your memories. All I know about Gran Turismo 3 back when I tested it in my previous PC, well, aside from the fact that it didn't work very well, that the opening is a Lenny Kravitz song. A very good one as well. So I'm losing so much time here because these dipshits keep getting in my way. They just cannot step aside. They don't feel like it. Hey, I don't think I'm winning this one. And unfortunately for this one, I need to win. Well, that sucks, but these guys just keep getting in my way. Can't do much about that. No. Please. Nice. Damn. That was something. 57 seconds compared to the 1 minute and something the others had. That was very close. Also, we're about to reach the 30 tour, which theoretically should be the last one for today, but it won't. It won't because there will still be more time, unless it's a tour that is like 6 races long. Well, 6 races long, or it's from a slow category. It could both happen. We're still in class 5, and this one is Revolution because it's supposed to be Ridge Racer Revolution. Alright, gotcha. But yeah, still class 5, so... I mean, I could pick this one, I choose gold, I guess. You know what? I think I'm getting the default color. Also, they pronounce it Grenade, not Nade. Huh. Alright. I mean, sure, why not? I was sure it was pronounced Nade. Just like grenade. I guess not.
3 laps to go. Okay, let's go.
Actually, look. Depending on how long the following tours are, though, they are probably gonna be quite long. No, okay, never mind. Forget what I was about to say. I was about to say, depending on how long they are, I could beat them all today, but that's a horrible idea. That's a terrible idea, no matter how you look at it. But probably not. Don't do that. I mean, today is Friday, so I could stay up for longer, but considering that this is Tour 30, that will be a very bad idea. It will be horrible. So yeah, no, I don't think it's the right choice. I mean, unless every other tour is 1 or 2 races long, in which case I will be willing to... they are probably gonna be way longer than that. So this one, for example, is 3 races long, which is very reasonable. But yeah, I don't know. Go for the top what? Top 40? He says something else. I don't know what he's saying. I guess I could check the... No, I don't like spoiling myself the tours in advance, but... it will probably be the right choice if I plan on doing it today, but no, I think that's a mistake. So what I could do to fill the time is I could try unlocking that Edge Rally car. Apparently you're supposed to get 50,000 points in the minigame. And that's something that will take some time, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to do it. I believe in myself. I will have to see how you can, if you can just play the minigame casually. or if you need to reset the console every time that you wanna play the
I can feel
minigame.
that this race is
Because
gonna...
the minigame appears in the intro. Also, this is the exact same track but in reverse. Very nicely placed tracks, obviously.
3 laps to go. This one's yours. Okay, let's go. Yahoo!
Let me do. These races are not hard in the slightest. So this is still class 5. I don't know when we are gonna go back to class 6, but apparently it's not happening. Just doesn't feel like happening. It's also very fucked up that so far I only lost 2 events. I will assume that the remaining 9 tours, well, not probably all 9 remaining, but maybe the last 3 are probably gonna be hard or something. I want to believe. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. So I guess the stream title is still accurate. I say the game got challenging. Got is in past tense, so that means that it got challenging at least once. Even if it currently isn't. So I guess that also could imply, because you could read that sentence as it got challenging as in something that started and keeps going. Well, it could be interpreted like that, but I'm pretty sure that's what present perfect purpose is. So in that case, you will say it has, like the game actually has gotten challenging. That will mean that it's still relevant now. You should say got, I guess from the strict laws of English, it will mean that it got challenging in the past and that's it. It's a thing of the past. Yeah, I think most people will interpret that as that it got challenging and it's still being challenging. But unfortunately that's not the case. Unfortunately not. Yeah, that's fine. That's a very funny noise.
Good. Let's keep this up.
So the thing about Ridge Racer Revolution is that this game only has 2 tracks from that game. So that means that there is 1 track I don't remember whatsoever about Revolution. I'm pretty sure it's similar to this track but with some different corners at the end, but it's crazy how it completely disappeared from my mind. I really gotta replay Revolution at some point. But it's fine. Maybe one day we will. Maybe. I mean, it's a game that is fun to replay if you go for the fastest category. Definitely is. Because beating the faster category is not easy. Even with the extra cars, it's not easy. So sometimes it almost rounds the impossible as well. Depending on what car you pick, but yeah, I guess it will be the best way to replay Revolution. Because, I mean, replaying it from scratch will be nice, but it will kinda defeat the purpose. A nice wall. A very, very cool wall. Is feeling good supposed to be the current McDonald's slogan? Why would it be like that though? It's supposed to be a fast food restaurant. Why would feeling good be the slogan? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's some love in it? Oh, my bad. So which one? I'm pretty sure there was one company that had a slogan that was feeling good. Or maybe I made that up. I feel like I remember a slogan like that. Yeah, there is some love in it. Yeah, I should have remembered. I mean, it's iconic after all. It's something in Argentina? No. No, because if it was something in Argentina, it would be in Spanish. You know? So no, certainly not here. Because when I say feeling good, I mean the English expression, not like a translation or anything like that. It will have to be from outside of here. But yeah, maybe as I said, I'm just making it up. For some reason, part of my brain thought that I wasn't making it up. Well, maybe it exists, but it's just not that popular. I don't know. I'm glad those parts were narrow, because the guy probably used the nitros and was about to overtake. I mean, the interesting thing is that the races that don't require you to get first place, they tend to be super free to get first place. But the ones that require first place to continue usually kick your ass. Well, kick your ass. It didn't, but I mean it was close enough. Alright, so what do we have here? Email type C. Sure. Bring it on. Well, that one looks cool, but it's a low class one. Yeah, class 3. It's a shame. I mean, right now, if I don't get anything class C, I'm pretty sure I cannot use it. This one, thankfully, is class C, and that color looks very good, actually. So what will be the next tour here? So it actually is class 6, and it's Race Racer. I'm very tempted to do it. But I also kind of wait, hold up, let me check the options and see how the minigame is supposed to work. Oh, you can just play it anytime you want. Oh, you can disable it from the beginning. Okay, but I guess with the amount of time that I could do it now. I could, because apparently if you get 50,000 points in this minigame, you unlock a car. My car, red car. Pretty funny. Lucky checkpoint. Rock danger, smoke screen. Alright. Well, here it says that you get a bonus at 80,000, but... yeah, it's this game. So what you're supposed to do in this game is you collect all of the flags But you gotta collect all the flags without this asshole crashing you. And more importantly, without running out of fuel. Well, you get your fuel replenished with the special checkpoints, which are the ones that are blinking. So, there's that. But yeah, the problem is that this guy's pathing is very special to surprise you when you least expect it, of course. You only have 3 lives like most arcade games. Okay, that was the lucky checkpoint. I didn't feel very lucky there though, didn't you? Didn't you take away fuel from me? Also, that special checkpoint didn't recharge the fuel. I feel scammed. Uh-oh, that was the wrong path. I mean, in the minimap you cannot know if you are going... This game appearing I wanna be assaulted. Oh, there are 2 of this now. Well, that's a problem. Am I really gonna be able to reach 50,000 here? I really have my doubts. Because, I mean, that seems high enough. The problem is that I'm surrounded by assholes. You know? That's the biggest problem. So it seems that if you pick that lucky fuel thing, or sorry, lucky checkpoint, what it does is... Fuck. No, that's not what it does. They both crash each other. I didn't know that that could happen. They also are not immune to rocks. But yeah, I was about to say that it's hard enough to score, but it's even harder to... Yeah, to not get killed. So it says that these guys don't move until fuel doesn't run out. But wait, how does that make any sense? I mean, if fuel doesn't run out, or rather, when fuel runs out, doesn't that mean that I'm dead anyway? So what difference does it make? Like, it doesn't make any difference. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Ah, fuck. Well, I can get it from here. Get the lucky one. Hey, I don't think I understood that. I mean, that's obviously easier than a regular stage. Like, this one will kick my ass, probably. There's 3 of them. Yeah, I know that it said that. Yeah, red cars don't move until fuel runs out. But what's the point of that? Like, when fuel runs out, you are also dead, so... what difference will it make if they move or not, right? It just seems a little bit stupid. Unless you don't die when the fuel runs out, but... if that's the case, what happens when the fuel runs out? Maybe you go slower? I don't think that's how fuel works, but... Hey, what do I know? I don't even have a car. Maybe that's how fuel works, after all. Fuck. It's okay. We only lose 1 life and all of the checkpoints are still collected. And I'm very close to 50,000. Unless the credits lied to me and you need more than 50,000. Got it. Yeah, you got banged. Also, the volume is very quiet of this minigame, but that makes sense since it's supposed to be a very old one. I guess they didn't bother increasing the decibels level. That should be 50, well, close enough, but yeah. Don't worry, we're reaching 50,000. Yeah, there you have it. So theoretically here, when this minigame is over, I will unlock a car. Theoretically. Maybe that's not the case and I just got cock. But I believe. Do you believe? I believe. I choose to believe. Hey, don't worry about it. So I don't think I saw what year this game is from, but... Probably not not too far from Pac-Man. Most likely. Only the lucky checkpoint is left. I don't feel very lucky with this guy surrounding it. Got him. Alright. I mean, at this point I'm gonna... I might be able to get to 100,000 even. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. But if I reach 80,000... Yeah, exactly. Don't get ahead of yourself. According to the title screen of this thing, you get an extra life at 80,000, and that's apparently the last one. It say that you get one at 20,000, another one at 80,000. But it didn't say that you get a new one for every X amount of lives, so... Well, I do hope that the 50,000 thing is real, because if it's not, we're not getting more than that. So yeah. Fuck. Well, that is 50,000. Go for the world record. And what's the world record? Isn't that the world record? Alright, how do I get out of here? Doesn't let me though. Oh, okay, pressing select. So did I unlock anything? Feel like you didn't unlock shit. I got or maybe when you go to no here when you go to World Tour. Yeah, exactly. There you have it. You have it's the last special class machine. It pays to play the minigame, of course. But it's supposed to be a super pixelated machine, as you can see. It's supposed to be the extra Lee car. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I understand the idea behind it, but I don't know if I would want to use that. But yeah, as Kyle says, we are rolling in an ugly car, just like the song says. But look, here I could still do... Wait, I'm very tempted to look at all of them, but let's just do this one for now. Because if all of the remaining tours are 3 races long, I will be super tempted to do them all right now. Like, I will be so tempted to do it.
Get ready to race.
It looks like shit like the Cybertruck, yeah, I know. Elon Musk got based on that car to make the Cybertruck. That will be an insult to Rally Eds, I guess. Yeah.
Looks like you got a good start.
It's fine. Another thing to keep in mind is that these are Class 6 races, which means that they are gonna be over sooner, obviously, because your car is faster. So theoretically, these tours will go by even faster than they normally do. So that's another argument in favor of trying to finish it all today, but I feel like it's a bad idea. I just feel like it's a bad idea and should probably finish it here, like after this tour. Not to mention that if the final ones are actually hard, they could take multiple attempts to beat. So if I do leave it for another stream, the real question is if it will be tomorrow or on Sunday. That's the question. Because I keep saying it and it feels like I'm being a liar because I'm not doing it, but I really want to play Street Fighter 6. Like, at least once. I want to dedicate one stream fully to that game. And then maybe replay it in some other streams when I have additional time, but at the same time, I still have the motivation to beat this game. I don't know. I mean, I could play it on Sunday as well, like Street Fighter 6. Not like it has to be today, but I mean tomorrow, not today. Today I'm playing it, so it will be hard to unplay it. Damn it, fucking asshole getting in my way. I can still have this position at win, so not precisely a problem. Yeah, that's fine. What do you mean everyone? I'm the only one driving. You think that I have a passenger seat with someone else? I have a co-pilot telling me easy ride. Easy ride, hard left. And that reminds me of another game that I should play, Sega Rally Championship. I should replay the first one with the other car that I didn't pick. And then I should play 2 and 3. Because with this computer I can. But I'm pretty sure with the previous one I also could. But the encoder is gonna make it look better. That's what's important. Because there are tons of games, especially racing games, that I had no problem playing them on my previous PC, but yeah, the issue there is that they were a little bit messed up to actually stream. But yeah, here that shouldn't be a problem, thanks to this beautiful encoder. But you know, for how long I've been longing for an NVIDIA encoder. And I mean, with how powerful my processor is, technically I could stream with my processor. I feel like that's never a good idea. Not especially when you have NVIDIA. Like NVIDIA having exclusively a hardware portion that is the one that does the encoding should be something that is used. Obviously.
Okay, let's go. Yes. Wow, awesome trip.
Everything is mine. Absolutely everything. Everything that you might think is yours, no, it's mine too. Well, I mean, the whole slogan of Ridge Racer 5 was, "The city is yours." Well, that was also kinda the point in Ridge Racer Unbounded. The idea was dominating the city. But then that game is still so bizarre, the fact that it exists. The fact that that game exists is crazy, and it's even crazier that I played it on stream. That was some time ago. And that also reminds me, speaking of games, racing games, that will look better thanks to this encoder. I could play Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform on the hardest difficulty. That's the one that gets unlocked after you beat the game, which is something that I already did, so I could do that. But like, that's the thing, there are so many things I could do that it's hard for me to decide which one to go for. You just have too many things to pick from. But yeah, most of those things are racing games, which is the reason why I want to play Demon's Souls now. Because it's a racing game, obviously. No, because it's precisely because it's not a racing game, just so to have some variety. Do you already play all the all-star racing games? I didn't play the first one, but that's because it didn't work properly. I think that someone on the Steam forums posted a patch, so I could use that patch and probably play it like that. But yeah, so that's what I will need to do. And yeah, I am interested in doing it, and I do have the game on Steam as well. The one I don't have on Steam is Team Sonic Racing, which is the latest one that released, but I mean, I didn't hear that many good things about that game. First of all, it's a game that is not based on other Sega franchises, it's just based on Sonic, and that's fine, but I feel that if you're gonna do that, you should do something more akin to Sonic Riders. That was its own game with its own new characters, its own plot, and it was also super cool to play. Yeah, I know, they announced a Sonic racing game. I saw the teaser. Yeah, the problem with that is that I didn't play Team Sonic Racing, so it's a little bit... Yeah, I wouldn't feel good playing the new one if I didn't play the previous one. Not like it's necessary, because I mean, after all, I played All Stars without playing the previous one, but the thing about All Stars is that it's specifically a masterpiece. It's one of the best spin-offs in the Sonic series. Like, just the sheer amount of content it has and the amazing soundtrack it also has. I will probably say that it's the best spin-off. Because otherwise I will be very tempted to say that it's Sonic Riders. But I feel like, I mean, Sonic Riders is fantastic, but All-Stars Racing Transform is just so good that it's hard to place any other spin-off above it. And Sonic has cool spin-offs. Sometimes. You also have shit like the Winter Games, or the Winter Olympic Games with Mario, which it's alright, but will be better. But yeah, All-Star Racing Transform is a miracle of the universe. I don't think they are gonna make a game like that again. Those are one of those games that is one in a million. They are games that I don't think they can be replicated. It's kind of like Smash Ultimate in that regard. You're probably not gonna make a game like that again, simply because the company is just not willing to put the amount of effort, well, not just the amount of effort, but the amount of trouble you need to go through to make a game like that possible. And in Sega's case, it's probably the same stuff, just that differently from Nintendo, they are probably more broke. So it's also probably a matter of lack of funds. Because it's crazy the amount of Sega games that references. Like, it references Shinobi, the Daytona USA, Burning Rangers, the Afterburner, what was that beat-em up name? Golden Ads. It references so many Sega games. I think it referenced Shenmue as well. So yeah, a game with that amount of content nowadays will probably not be done, or half of it will be DLC. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics isn't getting made anymore. Instead they are making NFTs now. They definitely know how to read the market, don't they? Very, very smart thing to do. But yeah, I guess it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I just don't understand NFTs. How are they still a thing? I mean, who is even buying them? I understand the whole money laundering aspect, but pretty sure there are better ways to do money laundering than that. Or maybe not. Maybe that's precisely the thing. I mean, I cannot know because I'm someone that doesn't do scummy shit, but hey, maybe it's the perfect money laundering system. Maybe it doesn't get better than that. So who knows? Well, that was absolutely free. Look at, like, the second place is 15 seconds away, dude. Like, come on. How are you so fucking trash? How do you suck so much at the game, Mr. Second Place? I wonder. Apparently right now, there aren't that many cars left to unlock, as apparently I have 8 cars in every class, so there cannot be that many left. Which means that I wonder what are you gonna unlock when all of these are unlocked? Will you even unlock anything? I don't know. Alright. So I guess at this point I gotta see what awaits me. Like, I just want to see the amount. I'm not even gonna look at the names. Okay. There are a lot of 2s. There are 4s as well, but it's 8 of them. That's the problem. Oh, but we are back at class 1 here. Class 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm assuming the special. Yeah, okay. Alright. Taking that into account, doing that right now is a bad idea. Because this shit, you know the amount of time this tour will take for being class 1? So yeah, that is a bad idea. I could do this since it's the last one of this type, I guess. Sure, let's do this one. And then the next stream will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 special. Hey, let's first do this one. I could use this ratio here, I guess. What color do we want to use? I mean, the red one look very nice in it, but we can use something. Well, this one doesn't look bad. I guess we can use this. The Raggio. The last unlock is just a patch of grass coming out of the plane. Damn nice. For playing Minecraft. Pretty nice. I mean, it would be nice if it would be if you unlock Reiko. Like, it just says you unlock Reiko. Is now your wife. No, they wouldn't do that. Probably wouldn't be allowed to. Also, it seems that this ratio is also Garbaggio like the other one that I played at some point in this stream. That's a problem. That is indeed a problem. Hey, don't worry about it. Timmy, with all the room I had and the time I had to react, and I still fucked up. Come on, dude. What you doing? This car drifting is not very good whatsoever. Now, there's something that is most likely gonna happen on the next stream, and it's that I'm gonna have extra time to use. And precisely because of that, I think that it will be a smart idea to play Street Fighter tomorrow, so that way, when I finish this game on Sunday, if there is remaining time, that most likely there will be, I can play Street Fighter. Though that's all assuming that I like Street Fighter 6, but I don't have any reason not to. I mean, at least at the beginning when I'm still fighting people that are clearly below my level, or that they are my level. When I start fighting people that are gonna kick my ass, that will be different. But at least if they kick my ass too badly, it will be a good excuse to change character. Because the way that the ranks work in Street Fighter 6, it's fully dependent on character. Though, if you reach one of those characters to a relatively high rank, if I'm not mistaken, every rank starts on the same base. So let's say that you reach Platinum with one character, I think that all of the other ones starts in Gold or something like that. So it's not like you can crash rookies just like that. But yeah. Well, if you will crash rookies probably at the beginning, but it also depends because you have placement matches. So in those placement matches, you're most likely gonna, if you do well enough, that is, you're gonna get placed above the rookies. Because you know that there are some people that are playing that game and they are really bad at the game. And we're talking about people that it's hard to imagine it until you see it. We're talking about people that barely press buttons. That probably press like one button per second, and that might be already too much. Though those are a minority, obviously. Those people exist. But at the same time, I think that I will take a little bit of time to get used to Street Fighter 6 mechanics. It's a game where the mechanics are complex. Well, you can say that about every Street Fighter game after 2. Like Alpha 3, 4, and 5 all have complex mechanics. So yeah, it's a matter of getting used to them. There ain't no shortcut other than practice. Obviously. But yeah, I think that will be the plan. I will feel that it's a little bit anticlimactic, I guess, to be like relatively close to beat the game and not stream it on the next day. But yeah. I don't think it's that big of a deal. At the same time, a game like Street Fighter 6, if I play it online, it's the kind of game that I probably wouldn't have anything to upload to YouTube. I mean, obviously you could say that, you know, that you can upload a match that was pretty close or whatever. I don't know. I feel like that would be something lame to upload. I mean, the same, a lot of people will probably think it's lame to upload a whole stream like I'm doing here, and yeah, that's right. I feel like with the other things, it will just be too aimless. Not to mention that in these games, the skill limit is essentially that you can play them a lot better, but you only need to be as good as the game demands you to do. And this game clearly doesn't demand you to be very good. But a game like Street Fighter, the skill ceiling is so high that compared to the people that actually play the game daily, I am just a shitter. I feel like I wouldn't have anything useful to offer. Again, you can say the same thing about literally every single game I play. I feel like with competitive games it's different. It's just hard to, like, unless I upload the entirety of an online ranked session, which I think it's a very bad idea. But yeah, unless I do that, there's not much to do. In order, like, when it comes to showing what I'm playing, like a specific thing, right? It will be a different story if I uploaded World Tour or one of the single player modes. Because in those modes you just gotta be as good as the CPU. You don't gotta be as good as the best player in the world. Have you mastered the quick input of rage quitting? I wouldn't do that. But in this game it's easier to do it because you can just press Alt F4 since it's on PC. But the thing is that if you rage quit you do get penalized. And especially because Capcom account requires a lot of steps to be created, you wouldn't want to get banned from online. So rage quitting is very frowned upon. So yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Like, aside from the whole honor shit and not being a bitch, there is actually a big penalty for rage quitting, so yeah. I mean, obviously for someone like low tier God, it's not gonna stop him, but I'm not a fan of creating multiple accounts. More importantly, I'm not a fan of rage quitting. So yeah. I'm afraid that no dice for rage quitting. So what's the next track? What we gonna do?
The race is just about to start. The tension here at Crimson Rock Pass is electrifying. All right, it's time.
Wait, isn't this the... It's the same track as the first one, but in reverse. Pretty cool. They just love doing that. Though in this case, I guess it makes sense. Because this is a tournament that I think is supposed to be about Ridge Racer 4, right? So the only two tracks of Ridge Racer 4 that are in this game are this and the previous one. So they just have to repeat one of them, but in reverse. I guess it makes sense. It's still lazy, but you're not gonna put another one. I wonder how Ridge Racer 2 on the PSP is when it, like, compared to this game. Like, do they actually put the tracks that this game is lacking? Like, are we gonna see the first track on Ridge Racer, for example? Or like the missing track from Revolution? Or more importantly, are we gonna see Ridge Racer 5 tracks? Because this game, in the intro, when the game is loading and it takes you to the title screen, like, the logos of the past Ridge Racer flash on the screen very quickly. And Ridge Racer 5 appears there. So that's the thing that I don't understand. How is it possible that there is not a single Ridge Racer 5 track? But yeah, maybe that's because there are cars that are from Ridge Racer 5. But that's more of a reason why it would be nice that in the sequel to this game they actually add the missing tracks, including the Ridge Racer 5, of course. That will be sweet. That will be quite sweet. got slowed down quite a bit. Also, this car in front of me pretty much has the same colors that I do. Fucking copycat. There is obviously no danger of losing this race. Obviously. Yeah, don't worry about it. We ain't losing shit. Pretty clearly.
Hey, is everyone alright? You're side by side.
This guy wants to prove me wrong. But you won't prove me wrong. You think you will, because you are currently ahead of me. But you know that I will overtake you, right? If this was a more complex track, maybe I will be afraid. But in a track like this, there's no way you can do it. Hey, come on, dude. Don't get too cocky simply because you overtook me. Biatch. Stand no chance. No chance against the ratio. Well, the ratio that wasn't as garbaggio as I thought. Alright. I am. Of course I am. Were you expecting anything else? Oh yeah, we got it. We're probably gonna unlock another one of these. So yeah, as you can see down there, I only need one car for class 2, 3, 5, and 6. Let's see if it gets unlocked here. Get the Assoluto. The Lightning McQueen. So this will have to be class 2. And it is. And then this one will have to be class 3. And it is. Damn, wait, so that means that with this we unlock every single car? But if that's the case, do the remaining tours not unlock shit? Because with this we unlock everything. I'm pretty sure. Right? Pikachu. I agree. Well, let me check that if the descriptions say you unlock anything. The continuous up and downs will test your drift skills to the limit. Complete this tour to unlock a special prize. Well, I guess we will leave it in that cliffhanger. Well, I'm assuming by prizes. Damn, the only prize that I have so far is an ending movie. So, damn, I wonder what the other... Are the other prizes involving Reiko doing something? Because damn, if that's the case, that will be pretty interesting. Oh, hold up. I also want to check the courses to see... I mean, I checked them today, earlier, when I was testing the sound, but... See, Rave Racer has 4 of them. As you can see, they are these. And then, the funny thing is that all of the other ones are the same tracks, but in reverse. Like, they somehow think that it's a good idea that they occupied a special slot. But as you can see, not a single track is from Ridge Racer 5, and not a single track is original from this game. That's a little bit weird. I mean, I don't give a shit, but... It's, well, I kinda do give a shit, but it's not a big deal, but it's still weird. The naked Japanese wife shipped to your house, yeah, that will be pretty nice. But no, I don't think they will be that kind. But yeah, in any case, Yannick came right in time to see the end of the stream. Well, hello Yannick and goodbye. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today. And tomorrow I'm most likely not gonna play this, but on Sunday I probably will. So yeah, the closure of the game will probably be in 2 days. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one and take care.